Today, our punishment was eating breakfast, part 1. I'm starving when I sit down for breakfast. Isabel, is that you, honey? Mom's voice sends me into panic mode. Mom pokes her head through the door, willowy blonde hair framing her face and her usual heart-shaped apron. Sweetie, you forgot to clean the dishes last night, she said, wafting what looks like flour from her hands. I had to do them. Sorry, Mom, I managed to get out, ducking my head. Did this mean what I thought it meant? Panic twisted my empty gut, creeping up my spine. The last time we didn't do our assigned chores, the three of us went without dinner for 3 days. I still felt the phantom emptiness of my stomach that particular night. Mom and Dad ate dinner downstairs, the three of us locked in our rooms. For 3 nights straight, I ended up watching videos of food, my mouth watering, choking on my own drool. The smell from downstairs had almost driven me mad. I cried myself to sleep, starving, my stomach and mind hollow. I was careful with my words. I had homework, so I switched with, I don't care, Isabel. Something ice-cold slithered down my spine, like a spider's leg tracing the curve of it. The smell of food was already suffocating me, and her tone was far too chipper for this early in the morning. The rota is there for a reason, Isabel. If you have any problems with cleaning duties, you should come to me, sweetie. Right, I muttered, my hands clammy. Find out what happens next in part 2, just in time for Luke to announce his appearance with an exaggerated yawn, diving into the seat opposite me. He smells of body odor, and his attempt to hide it with my raspberry-scented shampoo. I can already sense his dwindling excitement. Ever since we were little kids, we'd had a sort of connection. When Mom and Dad started starving us, it only strengthened. I keep my head down, silently motioning for Luke to copy. We're so sorry, Mom. I expect silence, but this morning, my brother is even more annoying. As usual, Lucas fails to read the room. Wait, what are we sorry for? Luke asked loudly. Instead of responding, I kicked him under the table. Hard. Ow! Luke hisses, kicking me back. He leaned over the table, scowling. What was that for, gremlin? I kicked him again, and that seemed to shut him up. He recoiled in his seat, as if those 3 days of not eating had come back to haunt him. Luke never talked about it, but I knew he was deeply affected. He was the optimistic one, the sibling who smiled instead of crying. But after 3 full days of starving, he'd almost become a puppet of himself. Find out what happens next in part 3. He still smiled, still laughed, still pretended he was okay. But every so often, I'd catch him staring into oblivion, eyes glistening, fists clenched, like he was going to finally shatter apart. I kept waiting for it, anticipating my brother to just fly off the handle one day, when we were least expecting it, his strings coming loose. But he didn't. When Luke didn't answer, I risked a glance up. He wasn't looking at me. His eyes, once bright and at least trying, were familiarly hollow, fixed on our mother as she made breakfast. Good morning, Lucas, Mom sang from the kitchen. Did you sleep well? Luke didn't respond for a moment, his lip curling. Yeah, he said, fashioning a smile. Luke shot me a look, and I copied. Mom liked it when we smiled our best smiles. Yeah, I had a great sleep, Mom. Morning. Lula, our sister, dragged herself to the table, greeting us with a sleepy smile. Lula's smile splintered when she noticed Luke's eyes. Our sister slowly took her seat, pushing blonde curls out of her eyes. What did you two do? She hissed, kicking Luke under the table. He winced, but uncharacteristically didn't kick back. Luke didn't do the dishes, I grumbled. Her eyes widened. What? Find out what happens next in part 4. It wasn't my fault, Luke shot back. I was out with Dad. He glared at me. It was Gremlin's turn.